Hi guys, this lesson is on listening and retelling key details from the text From Dairy Farm to You. This text can be found online in your Benchmark Advance assignments. It is in the Mentor Read Aloud Volume 2 text that I assigned to you on pages 34 through 37. Or you can follow along with me. We're going to read the text together, and then this lesson will help you to do page 4 in your comprehension booklet for this week. From Dairy Farm to You. Before we read, I want you to think about the text features that you find in an informational text. This text is going to tell us the process of how milk goes from the farm to people's homes. Think about what kind of text features you might see in this selection. That's right. We're going to find bold print, photographs, facts, captions, insets, and an index. Be on the hunt for those as we read. Think about what the purpose was that the author had for writing this. Remember, authors write to inform, to persuade, to entertain, to teach a lesson. Think about what the author's purpose is while we're reading. And last, we are going to sequence the events in the story. From Dairy Farm to You. How does milk get from the farm to you? First, the cows must be milked. Most dairy farmers milk the cows using special machines inside a dairy barn. The milk is pumped into a holding tank. The tank is cold, so the milk stays fresh. On many dairy farms, cows are milked twice a day. Next, the milk is pumped into a tank truck. The truck hauls the milk to a processing plant. There, the milk is pasteurized or treated to make it safe to drink. It is heated until it is very hot, then quickly cooled. This kills any bad germs in the milk. Milk is also homogenized, which blends the fat and keeps the cream from rising to the top. So far, I have seen captions, photographs, and insets. Did you find those too? After that, the milk goes into bottles and cartons that have a date on them. The date tells how long the milk will stay fresh. Then the cartons are sent on their way. Milk is a good. The people who stack the cartons and the truck driver who hauls them to stores provide a service. A date stamped on every bottle or carton tells how long the milk will stay fresh. At last, the milk arrives at the store. Workers place the milk inside large refrigerators to keep it cold. Finally, you and your family buy the milk and take it home. As you enjoy a cold glass of milk, think about its journey from the dairy farm to you. Many delicious dairy products are made from milk. And again, I see evidence of photographs. I see evidence of captions. I see insets. We did not find bold print in this text or an index. Did you remember to think about the author's purpose for writing the text? The author is trying to explain to us how dairy milk gets from the farm to us. The author is trying to inform. What genre is From Dairy Farm to You? I know when writers are writing to inform, they're writing information texts. The genre of this text is information. Now we're going to look back and try to sequence the events in the text. I'm going to look for words that I know are used in sequencing. I'm going to grab my tools over here so I can underline as we go. How does milk get from the farm to you? First, the cows must be milked. There's a signal word, first. That's the first step. Most dairy farmers milk the cows using special machines inside a dairy barn. The milk is pumped into a holding tank. The tank is cold, so the milk stays fresh. First, the cows must be milked. Next, there's another signal word. The milk is pumped into a tank truck. The truck hauls the milk to a processing plant. There, the milk is pasteurized or treated to make it safe to drink. It is heated until it is very hot, then quickly cooled. This kills any bad germs in the milk. I saw the signal word next, and then I noticed the next step was that the truck hauls the milk to a processing plant. Then the milk is pasteurized. The next sentences are explaining what pasteurized means. So I'm going to go to the next page. After that, the milk goes into bottles and cartons that have a date on them. After that is another signal word that tells me a new step is happening in the process. The milk goes into bottles and cartons that have a date on them. The date tells how long the milk will stay fresh. Then the cartons are sent on their way. Milk is a good. The people who stack the cartons and the truck driver who hauls them to stores provide a service. At last, the milk arrives at the store. I see the word last, which must indicate that that is the last step in the process. Now I can go back and sequence all the steps in the process. First, the cows must get milked. Then the milk is pumped into a holding tank. Next, the truck hauls the milk to a processing plant. Then it is pasteurized. After that, it gets bottled and dated. Then the cartons are sent on their way. And finally, the milk arrives at the store. I hope you learned a lot sequencing key details in From the Dairy Farm to You. See you next time.